Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to our Final Fantasy Revex's video. And before we get started, my car is fixed. There was a bill that I had to pay, but thankfully some of you guys did help me. I much appreciate that. It did sting a little bit still, so I'll have to scale back on pulling for a little while, it looks like. But that being said, thank you guys very much for that. Anyways, this video is going to be pretty crazy. It's going to blow your mind. It blew my mind. I was very wrong about this unit, Marilith, whatever you want to call her. A recent unit on the JP version who I just wrote off as just another fire, support unit and stuff like that. No, she was way different than that. So even an EX1 will be able to use her just fine. And the reason why, this cooldown right here. Basically, she gives out a 210 times modifier to everybody, to all allies, which is pretty strong. And then in the hands of someone like Vivi who can take advantage of something like that, it's way more powerful. So I'll go over all of the stuff that I have here. Lots of LB fill rate. There's a lot of RNG involved on the first turn, so it depends on what I'm going to do with that. You can't use these two, but it still has a lot of magic on it. And in his Brave Shift form, we are geared with Airness Ring, because you can't quad cast the Bolting Strike chaining. Then all we see already is 30% even killer, Lightning Zest TMR, and also some SS for stat stuff because he doesn't have anything else he needs. So there's that. Zidane has nothing equipped, nothing at all. Steiner, this could be something else because on the global version this doesn't exist. Evasion, provoke, stuff like that. It's okay. Summon resistance. Marilith has 300% little burst damage. She has 225% even killer, but she's not really the one doing a lot of damage here. And her own vision card, which I got lucky with. So actually I got her from 2.5k Lapis summon on the step up, so I got very lucky. That's why that result is the only reason why I was able to do this. And by the way, for some reason, I don't know why they changed Kurosami's STMR. They changed it to this instead of the tag for some reason. I'm not sure why. If anyone wants to explain why below, if there was any reason for that. Anyways, Lightning has that, and also, well, that doesn't matter. Nothing else matters, just this. Aerith in her base form has Braska's TMR. In the Brave Shift form, she's just nothing special really. So she's not really doing any chaining or anything like that. So anyways, let's get into it. So I will go through what we do on the first turn, and there'll be a lot of repeating. So cover for Steiner, that's really all he's going to be doing. And for Zidane, he'll be using 3 times of the LB fill ability. What we want to do is when we need to fill his limit burst on the first turn. So we'll use that. And we will be using a triple cast on her chaining ability here, and on Aerith we'll be using Braska's TMR. Now I'm going to pause this and because there'll probably be a lot of resetting on this part. You need to have his LB filled on the first turn, so hopefully we can do it. Alright, we have his LB filled. He will go ahead and shift over and use his LB in his Brave Shift form. We don't want to use the one in his base form yet because we don't have Dark Resistance set up for that. And he'll be fine. There is some RNG on turn 5. I think it's turn 5 he'll do a death attack. So it's a 30% chance of doing the death attack, so hopefully we can survive that. Anyways, now just basically reloading. And now Vivi will do quadcast of this LB filled ability. And that's really all that's going to be happening for the next few turns, basically. I'm doing that, it's okay, it's not a big deal. And basically we're just going to be reloading a whole lot. Turn 3 is much of the same, just hit reload, and we're just going to use all the abilities over again. So there's that. This for turn 3. On turn 4, we're actually going to change up a little bit by using this 100% dark resistance. We don't care about the imbue because we're all using magic here. But other than that, it's all the same. Now on this turn, we'll be using his base LB, and since we have 100% dark resistance for everybody, we'll be fine. Other than that, we're just going back to what we were doing before, pretty much. Yep, that's all we're really doing. We actually survived that RNG turn on the video. Sadly, looks like he's paralyzed. That's unfortunate. I'll go ahead and use Zidane and use Remedy on him because he's not really doing much anyways. Now we're going to change things up by not doing that, by triple casting the store ability. And he will do the same thing. Aerith will defend this turn and she will do that again. Everything should be smooth sailing from here on out. There shouldn't be anything else that goes wrong. But yeah, the RNG on the first turn and then RNG on the fourth turn is what can basically make you reset. We're going to use store yet again on both of them. Otherwise, just doing the same old thing. We'll go ahead and use Aerith's LB, not in her base form, in her braced form. Go ahead and use that. And the rest are going to use store yet again. And then the rest are going to do the same thing. Vivi is going to use store again. This time, however, we're going to use her cooldown, which is the main reason why you're bringing her along, in 2 stores. Aerith will do dual cast and use these 2 abilities. Rod and Peril, the most important one, of course. We're going to use Zidane's Bird Killer buff. Steiner's going to cover, and Lightning is going to use her LB, which is still very useful in the JP version because she's only 90% break. It's not a big deal if we did 5% damage. It's not a big deal. And now it's the damage turn. So, no, not that, this. And we're going to be using this 10 MP 16, which is Bolting Strike Chain. She'll be using her SLB as a finisher, but nothing really that special. Steiner will use his LB, of course, we need that. Definitely will be needing that. And now we're ready to go. Let's see the damage. Even though that's a little on the lower end, but that's still, oh my goodness. You guys might be surprised. You're like, oh, is that Marilith doing that much damage? Nope, it was Vivi, and that's even on the lower end because he can do way more than that. He can do way more than that, guys. I've seen him do 6. I've seen him doing 7. I've seen him do 8. 8 billion. I think he can do. I think 7.1 is the highest I've ever gotten, but I think he can do more technically. So, wow. You guys think this changes the game at all? Where a chainer does more than, I mean, technically she's really not that powerful, but I mean, this is a 300 times mod finisher LB with store, and Vivi did way more damage. So I was not being dramatic when I said this is going to change the game. And Vivi is not even a new unit. He's an old unit, but he's taking advantage of the reflect. I think that they may have forgotten about his reflect strategy when they made Marilith, because that's just insane. So, wow. Alright guys, so that's going to be the end of the video. Again, that's crazy damage. Really, really crazy. Really, really crazy damage. This could definitely be a lot higher, guys. Trust me. This is a lot. This can be a lot higher. This is even on the lower end. This is doing more damage than my Dark Rain at EX3 in full power. I was only able to do like 3 something at some of the bosses in Dark Visions this run, even at full power, even with store and everything. So this is doing more damage than an EX3 finisher at full power. That's crazy. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate ya. Much love, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.